And a tornado touched down in Greasy, Oklahoma last night. Find out who is affected and how the community is responding. National Weather Service was here around 3 o'clock today and confirmed that it was an EF1 tornado that ripped through this city last night. Fortunately, there were no injuries. Friday morning at 10 a.m., 34 people gained their citizenship into the United States from over 15 different countries in an event called the Naturalization Ceremony. Yeah, I'm live here at the Pat Walker Health Center, just as close as they'd let me get to the construction. And just this afternoon, everybody who's making this expansion and renovation possible held a celebratory groundbreaking ceremony. I'm live here at the Hyper Gym on campus, where an interesting physical challenge has been going on during the month of February. The challenge to rock climb a mile in a month. And I got the chance to speak to one student who climbed the whole mile in just over 3 hours. The meet is tonight at 6 o'clock right here in Barnhill Arena against the Florida Gators. And if you know any Razorback gymnasts, try to grab one of these. It's a VIP pass that will get you great seats, free food, and a free t-shirt. Inspire 365, a journey through the Black experience, is an event that's been going on each week here at the Fayetteville Public Library in the month of January. They've been discussing influential people and moments in Black history leading up to Black History Month next month in February. It is ASG election season, and results were supposed to be posted last week, but after a number of complaints that had to go through a hearing process, ASG office is taking a little bit of time to iron those out. Another tornado ripped through a small town of less than 400 people, damaging community buildings and numerous houses. I was there in Greasy, Oklahoma all day yesterday, talking to the community and families that were affected. Around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, the National Weather Service confirmed that it was in fact an EF1 tornado.
I didn't think it was going to get our place, but it did. Pull the back of it off, the back 4 bedrooms. It took the roofs off.
Alvy Ritter's wife and kids were inside their home when the EF1 tornado ripped through the back of their house.
Terrible, terrible. I don't really know how to describe it. It's terrible.
The Cherokee Nation Emergency Services and American Red Cross were here all day helping clean up the damage. The most significant damage was to the community center in the middle of the town. I am standing inside of what was, before the tornado, a community storage building that just got done being built about 3 months ago. Next door, the community center where the Cherokee Nation comes together is completely untouched by the tornado. While the force of the tornado may have been strong, it was not nearly as strong as the hearts and spirits of this Cherokee community.
This is a strong Cherokee community, so you not only have the Cherokee Nation departments that come out, like emergency management, we have our command center here, but you have folks who live in this community that work for Cherokee Nation that have just taken time to come do this.
Officials expect cleanup and repairs to be completed by the end of this week.
Kind of a eerie feeling now. You know, I've always been told tornadoes won't touch down in a area like this, but as we learned last night, it can do anything it wants to do.
Of the numerous people I spoke with yesterday, the families of the Greasy community were simply glad no one was hurt or injured. The tornado was reported to have traveled about 5 miles around Greasy and surrounding cities. Sexual assault has become a hot topic on college campuses, and the U of A is trying a new way to combat the issue. It's on Us is a nationwide campaign working to stop sexual assault. This week on campus, It's on Us has many events going on to raise awareness. Freshman Sue Jung works with Respect, an RSO on campus working to inform students about consent. Jung says she is passionate about this issue because not enough people know about the effects it has.
It unfortunately does affect so many people. It affects 1 in 4 college women and 1 in 16 men.
Students can go online and take the It's on Us pledge to commit to helping stop sexual assault on your campus. ASG officer Sarah Beth DeLay works with freshmen to raise awareness for campus issues.
The It's on Us campaign is important to me because sexual assault is a huge issue for colleges across the nation, and I don't want it to be a problem on my campus.
DeLay says the campaign can make the campus a much safer environment for students.
The U of A is my home, and I don't want to have that be something that students have to worry about.
Events will run through this week and into next week, including educational seminars about consent and a pledge signing event. Mike Hairston, also known as Beezy, is a manager of the track and field team here at the U of A. He also has his own business, the Beezy brand. In the summer of 2013, Hairston had been leaning on his favorite Bible verse, all things are possible if you believe.
And something told me, hey, I need to talk to God about this, and got on my hands and knees, and he told me if I put this on a wristband that my life would change, and that's exactly what happened.
Now he has countless people across the nation wearing his wristbands and apparel. From everyday students to players in the NFL, NBA, and many athletes that went to the 2016 Rio Olympics.
I have shirts, tanks, hoodies, still doing my wristbands, but I've actually gotten up to giving out 20,000 wristbands to really motivate and inspire a lot of people.
Hairston admits that being a student, track manager, and business owner isn't always easy, but he said his own wristband reminders keep him going.
Never give up on yourself. There's been a lot of days that I really wanted to stop doing my movement, the whole blog and posting, and you just can't give up on yourself because there's a lot of people watching you that really are motivated and inspired by everything that you do.
Located right here in Fayetteville, a movement that is changing lives across the world.
I give all the glory to God.
Todd Barber, the head strength coach for women's athletics, has a very important job when being in charge of teams' workout programs. Barber says all athletes come into college with a different training background, and no two athletes are the same.
So just within soccer itself, just that team, there should be at least 3 programs being run just with that team.
Although getting as strong as possible is the coach's goal, preventing injury is equally, if not more, important.
Strength takes care of a lot. Strength helps kids that if they do get injured, helps them get back into play a lot faster than weaker kids.
According to the Center of Disease Control, there are over 200,000 injuries among all college athletes per year. While athletic trainers come into play after injury has already happened for rehabilitation, strength coaches train athletes to help prevent these injuries.
We work with athletes before they even get injured to make sure that they get as strong as possible so they don't get injured.
Assistant strength and conditioning coach Whitney Branham says having more strength in all areas of the body makes it easier for those areas to not collapse under pressure. With the only women's-only gym in the SEC, the U of A has one of the best strength and conditioning programs in the country.
We like to say being strong is hard to kill, so we want our kids to be as strong as possible.
John Cook, a Northwest Arkansas native, survived 2 massive heart attacks in 2004 and developed congestive heart failure in 2009.
It got so bad that my cardiologist, Michael Allen, came in. I get a little emotional sometimes. And told me that I had to have a new heart, that there was nothing else they could do with it.
Cook's doctors sent him to the Mayo Clinic in Florida, where he stayed for 5 months waiting to find a heart.
It's a 25-year-old from Georgia, and he lived a good life. And he should be ready at 4 a.m. And I was.
He says the most emotional part was knowing he wouldn't have his own heart anymore.
The heart that your mother heard beating is not the same heart. You know, there's another guy in there.
This year's Heart Walk is the first event of this nature he's been able to attend due to his transplant.
I'm just thankful.
His wife Lana says the 5-year process was heartfelt and humbling, and she is forever thankful for the American Heart Association.
To know that we have the technology that we have today because of organizations like the American Heart Association that furthers the education to be able to save lives in the way that they're saving them today.